Hey everyone, it's Reverend Ben with another weekly video. I'm pretty excited to be joining you from outdoors. Thanks to Janae for filming this week's ministerial video. Those of you who joined us last Sunday, you will remember the lesson we got from Susan Bernor on peonage. But just as a reminder, peonage grew out of slavery. When slavery was outlawed, a white plantation, let's say I'm a white slave plantation owner, suddenly I don't have free slave labor. What I could do was I could contact the local white sheriff, say I need 15 laborers. That sheriff would arrest 15 black people and fine them. If the white plantation owner, would pay the fine, I then had 15 workers who had to work to pay off that fine. That's peonage. Now, in those days, they thought to themselves, the white lawmakers said, well, what kind of crime can we make up that we can just arrest any black person for? And they thought of loitering. And that is how loitering laws came about. Thank you, Susan, for that education. I also want to thank all the folks who have written me about this sign. Many of you want it taken down. Some of you talk about the process of putting this sign up, the difficult and painful process that happened in setting this sign up. A lot of you did a lot of work, and I want to thank you for that work. It was a very different situation a few years ago, where we were stepping around lots of people who were living on the premises, stepping around their bodies, stepping around their belongings and their trash, stepping around human waste. There were a lot of long meetings and hard work to figure out what to do, and I want to thank everyone who was involved. Now, I've started each day by walking around the building to see who's there. And Janae, if you would follow me, we can do that right now this morning. Now, so far I haven't seen anyone other than squirrels, some of those cool lizards that Floridians have, and some birds and some doves. But it's become a nice ritual for me, so I'm glad that I do it. As Unitarian Universalists, I want us to be careful about how we define a problem. I want us to be thoughtful about issues that might seem simple on the surface, but in a deeper level might have social justice aspects to them. These are lessons that we can teach to adults. These are lessons we can teach to our kids in religious education. If I'm stepping over someone to get to work, what if it's Janae? What if it's me? What if Sharon's coming to work, or John, or James, and they have to step over me? Does that change how we frame the problem? And if so, why? How do we treat people when they come to our property, to our yard, to our sanctuary when the sanctuary is open? How do we treat them if they're coming to worship versus coming to sleep, coming for sanctuary? How do we tell the difference between someone who's coming to worship and someone who's coming to sleep? I've learned many lessons, and so have we all, so has our denomination, from the Black Lives Matter movement. They've taught me that police are not, for the Black Lives Matter movement, a solution to a problem. Police are the problem. And finally, maybe having bodies, sleeping bodies on our property isn't the problem at all. Maybe having bodies sleeping on our church grounds is a symptom. Maybe the problem is the concentration of wealth in the hands of just a few people. We have enough resources on this planet. that there's enough for everyone. That works off of the Damien Barr quote, that we are on the same storm, but we're not in the same boat. Barr says some of us have super yachts, and some of us only have one oar. So we're going to have music by John Arterton, videos put together by James Mack, worship associate, John Motter, and Janae Johnson behind the camera doing our religious education. Please write to me. Let me know what you think of this sign. Let me know what you think about peonage, about historical and systemic racism. Let me know what you think about anything, because we have important work to do, and we have to do it together. I'll see you soon.